when I was younger at school, I had a friend that had some lessons at a riding school, and that's what I did when I was a little bit younger. When I was about 6 or 7, I had some lessons in the riding school, and then when I was about 7, I had my first pony, who taught me a lot, and that's sort of how it started. And then, once I got into it, the interest sort of grew, and I kept on going. I got a dressage trainer, Diana Fisher, who helped me a lot, and who I still know now, and I don't live too far away from. But I think the interest it just came along by accident, because my parents aren't massively horsey. My mum, when she was a bit younger, had a pony, so that's sort of what helped me a little bit get into it, but really accidentally. And then once I got into it, the interest just grew, and now I'm here. So I currently own a 4-year-old. This is Freddie, and Diego, who's 12, who's my top horse. My aims with Freddie really is to go up the age classes. He's showed quite a lot of promise this year at 4 years old, and then we'll do the 5 and 6-year-olds and sort of see how far he can go really, and see how he progresses. And then with Diego, my plan is to do 2 more years at Europeans at under 25s like I did this year. Hopefully try and get a medal, whether it be a team or individual medal. And then after we come out of under 25s in a couple of years, try and nail the senior circuit and see how we get on really. So I get up around 6:30. I answer some messages, some emails before I feed the horses around 7ish. So I feed them at 7. I go in for a bit of breakfast then, and then I'm very lucky my groom Sophie comes out, starts tucking up my first horse to ride. And then while I'm riding all of these horses here at home, Sophie's sorting the yard out. She's mucking the horses out, making feeds up for lunch, sorting everything out here while I'm riding. And then I finish riding the boys here about 12:30, 1. And then for the rest of the day, I'm teaching or riding other people's horses elsewhere. And then get back around 5ish, feed the horses again, sort the boys all out, because Sophie just does the mornings. So I'll sort the yard out again, and then I'll tuck them up for bed around 9ish, and then that's our day, we're done really. My biggest achievement in my riding career is probably Diego, to be honest. I've had him since he was 4 years old. He's now 12. He's now up to Grand Prix. So I've had him for a really long time. So he's probably my biggest achievement. We've done a lot of competition together. We've been to some amazing places. We've been to 2 Europeans now at under 25s in Hungary this year. We went in 2018 to France, Young Rider Europeans, where he did really well. So I think, it's really hard to say one thing, but definitely Diego is pretty amazing. Me and Diego keep pushing up the ladder, up the rankings, and we want to go even higher. So I'll be even more pleased when we hit the top 10 and top 5. But we're actually going to Kiso CDI, which is a UK-based international, next week. So we'll hopefully go up the rankings again. Hopefully we can gain some more scores. It's amazing. I'm really pleased to be up at 21, and hopefully we can keep pushing on. So the best part about competing, and this is Jake actually, who I competed at the weekend at 6-year-old classes, who is probably looking a bit filthy and wet because he's just been outside, enjoying himself nevertheless. But the best part about competing is being able to get the horses out and about, get them out at the level that you've been working hard at home. It's not all about the training. It's nice to be able to go out, show them off to the judges, see what the judges think. See other people competing their horses, see where they're at, and a little bit of the social side as well, seeing other horses and riders. But again, it's more variety. It's always nice to have that. You don't want to be training day in, day out. It's nice to get out and do some competitions, dress up a little bit, make everything look really smart. It's got to be Diego. There are so many young horses that need different training, so you're always learning something from each horse, but Diego has taught me a lot throughout our career, from 4 years old up to 12 years old. He's taught me a lot. We've gone through up to almost every level now at Grand Prix, so Diego knows every trick in the book, and we know each other back to front, so it's got to be Diego. So COVID at first didn't massively impact me. obviously everything was a little bit quieter because we weren't able to go out and about. Obviously we weren't able to compete like we were before. So things were a bit quieter, which was quite nice. It was almost a bit of a break. We could just sort of take a step back and just train the horses at home, train the younger ones up, which was really nice. Not having any pressures outside of the yard. So at first it was quite nice, and then, you know, as time went by, you know, not being able to socialise and not being able to go out and about and just being stuck on the yard, you know, you did feel a bit cooped up. But in a way, it was quite nice to sort of relax a little bit. I think to compete at the top level, and I think, you know, I'm doing this as well, so it's to all riders really, just to keep working hard, keep training the horses up the levels. I think stay patient in your training. You know, it takes time. You can't rush everything. You can't rush anything. And it, you know, competing at the top level, it does take time. You know, you can't just do it in one day. But I think, you know, the main thing is just work hard. You know, keep doing it. Don't worry about making mistakes. Learn from them, and just work hard. Stay composed. Make sure you show off. You know, when you go in there with your horse, be proud, ride like you're proud, and ride like you should be in there, like you own that arena. You ride the best test that you can, and that you know you can. And I think, yeah, stay composed. If something goes wrong, just ride through it. Don't worry about it. Don't let it ruin your test. It'll only be that one mark. It doesn't matter. There are so many more marks to get. So I think just be really confident when you go into your test and show off.